Hello, my name is Janae Rucker, and I will be presenting to you my PowerPoint presentation on my paper called Tarleton State University's Development Plan. I'm going to discuss the objective or the purpose of my paper. There is this document called the Development Plan that was implemented at Tarleton State University's main campus in Stephenville, Texas. And so in this document, it talks about the future plans the school plans to do in order to accommodate the new students that are coming forward. I'm going to critique this document based on 5 categories, which are as follows: document design, visuals, reader-centered perspective, quality of writing, and effectiveness or meet its purpose. I'm going to start off my paper with an introduction to give my readers an insight of what's going on, or why am I talking about this. So Tarleton State University is thriving and growing. We're having an increase of new students come in each year, and so Dr. Doctavio, please forgive me if I mispronounce his name, Dr. Doctavio and a group of stakeholders come together and decide to create this document to plan for the future, or should I say short-term future, to help accommodate this new increase of students. Alright, so in the document, it's categorized in 5 categories: overview, analysis, development plan, next steps, and appendix. And so I'm going to briefly talk about each of these on my paper, just to give my audience a review of what's going on in this document. And then I'll critique it based off of 5 categorizations that I just mentioned previously. So in overview, I'm going to talk about presently what was going on the campus at the time this document was going on, compared to future plans. And then next, I'm going to talk about the analysis. So analysis is basically the characteristics that was going on campus, the current campus at the time, and how it helped inspire or evolve this document called the development plan. Next is the actual development plan. And so basically the plan is that they're going to either build, create, or do something new to upgrade the campus, whether it could be a new athletics building, improvement on the main building, main campus buildings, student housing, improvement on that, and so new improvement on scenery. Some of those things are going to be touched base on that, so I'll briefly discuss some of that in this section right here. Next steps is basically the actual word for it, next steps. After you have an idea, you want to implement this plan and get funding for it, which is exactly what's talked about in this category right here. So I'm going to discuss that as well and critique it based off of the 5 categorizations I just mentioned prior. And then appendix. Appendix is a few pages of just straight visuals, pictures of scenery things. It's very, very nice. I'll discuss that on my next slide. Okay, so 2 out of the 5 categories I'm going to talk about in my paper: document design and visuals. And so document design, I'm just going to discuss if this document was well written. Does it flow okay? Does it flow right? Does it flow perfectly? Is it confusing? Something missing? I will also discuss the visuals on this document. Almost on every paper, every page of this document has a visual or a picture. Do the pictures match with what's discussed on that page? Is it confusing? Is it good or bad quality? I'll critique the visuals on that, but I have to say, so far from what I've seen, it looks pretty good. Another thing I'll critique on my paper about this document is reader's perspective. Was the reader's perspective taken into account when Dr. Doctavio and the stakeholders wrote this document? Did they ever think about if the reader would be affected by this document? Say for a student who's about to go to Tarleton State next year, how will they be affected? Do they take that into consideration as far as writing out good enough details to them or for them? There's a picture of my daughter reading. Get a visual. Alright, next thing I'm going to critique about on this document on my paper is the quality of writing. Is it understandable? Is it clear? Are the main ideas thorough? Are they explained, or are they just thrown out there in confusion? Or does it grab the reader's attention? Some of these things, if it doesn't catch the reader's attention, then it's no point in the document, because then nobody will read it. So I'm going to critique on the quality of writing to make sure that it does its job as far as getting the reader's attention and making sure that they stay on top of it. And on top of that, making sure that the writing is not correct or inaccurate. And last but not least, I'm going to talk about the effectiveness of the plan and have conclusion. As I said before, is this plan effective? Did Dr. Doctavio get his point across? I may also make some suggestions or suggest some improvements of the plan, just to make it more reader savvy or user friendly for this document. And I'll conclude, I'll wrap it up with everything and what I think, and send this paper on its merry way. And that concludes my PowerPoint presentation. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for listening. Have a great day.